Did you know that 4 U.S. presidents have been assassinated, and the conspiracies around these events are more shocking than you might think? From mysterious motives to hidden truths, the stories behind these assassinations are filled with intrigue and suspense. Imagine living through the chaotic aftermath of these assassinations, the country in mourning, and the whispers of conspiracy that filled the air. Stay with us as we uncover the chilling realities surrounding America's presidential assassinations and the hidden truths that have persisted over time. In the history of the United States, 4 presidents have met their untimely demise through assassination. These events have left an indelible mark on the nation and have given rise to countless conspiracy theories. Today, we'll delve into the lives of these presidents, the circumstances surrounding their deaths, and the mysterious theories that continue to captivate the public imagination. Our journey begins with the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Lincoln's presidency was marked by the Civil War, a conflict that tore the nation apart. He led the country through its darkest days, striving to preserve the Union and end slavery. On the night of April 14, 1865, Lincoln was attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. It was a rare moment of relaxation for the war-weary president, but as the play progressed, John Wilkes Booth, a famous actor and Confederate sympathizer, slipped into the presidential box and shot Lincoln in the head. The bullet entered the back of Lincoln's skull, and he slumped forward, mortally wounded. Lincoln's assassination sent shockwaves through the nation. Booth, a well-known actor, had used his fame and familiarity with the theater to gain access to the president. But was Booth acting alone, or was he part of a larger conspiracy? The official account states that Booth acted with a small group of Confederate sympathizers who hoped to revive the Southern cause by decapitating the Union leadership. However, some believe that Booth was merely a pawn in a grander scheme orchestrated by powerful figures within the Confederacy. Others suggest that there were hidden motives involving high-ranking officials in Lincoln's own government, who may have seen the president's assassination as a means to their own ends. Next, we turn our attention to James A. Garfield, the 20th President of the United States. Garfield was a rising star in the Republican Party, a man of humble beginnings who had worked his way up through hard work and determination. He took office in March 1881, promising to reform the spoils system and reduce corruption in government. But his presidency was cut tragically short. On July 2, 1881, Garfield was shot by Charles J. Guiteau, a disgruntled office seeker, at the Baltimore and Potomac Railroad Station in Washington, D.C. Garfield survived the initial attack, but succumbed to his wounds on September 19, 1881, after months of suffering. Guiteau claimed he shot Garfield because he believed he deserved a government position and had been unfairly denied. He saw himself as a key supporter of Garfield's campaign, and felt betrayed when he didn't receive the job he wanted. But was Guiteau truly a lone madman, or was there more to the story? Some theories suggest that Guiteau was influenced by political factions opposed to Garfield's policies. In the chaotic political environment of the time, with intense rivalries and factionalism, it's conceivable that Guiteau was manipulated by those who stood to gain from Garfield's removal. Others hint at a broader conspiracy involving rival politicians who saw Garfield's assassination as a way to advance their own agendas. The third assassination on our list is that of William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States. McKinley was a popular president, having led the nation to victory in the Spanish-American War and ushered in an era of economic prosperity. On September 6, 1901, McKinley was attending a public reception at the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York. The exposition was a celebration of technological progress and American achievement, and McKinley was there to meet and greet the public. As he shook hands with well-wishers, Leon Czolgosz, an anarchist, approached and shot him twice in the abdomen. McKinley initially appeared to be recovering, but his condition worsened due to gangrene caused by his wounds, and he died on September 14, 1901. Czolgosz claimed he was acting alone, driven by his anarchist beliefs and inspired by the rhetoric of anarchist leaders who preached violence against political figures. But was he truly a lone wolf, or were there other forces at play? Some speculate that Czolgosz was part of a larger anarchist network, or that he was manipulated by individuals seeking to destabilize the American government. The early 20th century was a time of political radicalism and social upheaval, and it's possible that Czolgosz's actions were influenced by a broader context of dissent and unrest. Finally, we arrive at the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. Kennedy's presidency was marked by the Cold War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and efforts to promote civil rights. On November 22, 1963, Kennedy was riding in a motorcade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. The streets were lined with cheering crowds as the presidential motorcade slowly made its way through the city. Suddenly, shots rang out. Kennedy was struck by 2 bullets, one in the back and one in the head. He slumped over onto his wife, Jackie, who cradled him in her arms as the car sped towards the hospital. The official account, as presented by the Warren Commission, concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine and defector to the Soviet Union, acted alone in assassinating Kennedy. Oswald was captured but was killed 2 days later by nightclub owner Jack Ruby before he could stand trial. The assassination of JFK is perhaps the most controversial and conspiracy-laden of them all. Was Oswald truly the lone gunman, or was there a broader conspiracy involving the CIA, the Mafia, or even foreign governments? The unanswered questions and conflicting evidence have fueled speculation for decades. Some believe that Oswald was a patsy, set up to take the fall for a more complex plot. Others point to the suspicious actions of government agencies and the Mafia's potential motives for wanting Kennedy dead. The stories of these 4 assassinated presidents are filled with mystery, intrigue, and unanswered questions. If you found this topic intriguing, be sure to check out our other videos on historical conspiracies and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into American history. Your support helps us continue to uncover and share these compelling stories. As we look back on these tragic events, it's clear that the assassinations of Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, and Kennedy have profoundly shaped American history and public perception of political power. Each assassination left a lasting legacy, and the theories surrounding them continue to spark debate and curiosity. Whether driven by lone individuals or part of larger conspiracies, these events remind us of the fragility of power and the ever-present potential for upheaval. In the end, the most compelling theory that links multiple assassinations raises questions about political power in America. Was there a hidden hand guiding these tragic events? Were there shadowy figures behind the scenes manipulating the course of history? While we may never know the full truth, the search for answers continues to captivate the minds of historians, conspiracy theorists, and the general public alike. Abraham Lincoln's assassination came at a time when the nation was on the brink of reunification. His death plunged the country into deeper turmoil, affecting the Reconstruction era and the fight for civil rights. James A. Garfield's untimely death led to the eventual reform of the spoils system, highlighting the need for changes in how government positions were awarded. William McKinley's assassination brought to light the dangers of political radicalism and the challenges of addressing social unrest. John F. Kennedy's murder left a scar on the American psyche, raising suspicions about the true nature of power and the lengths to which some might go to seize or maintain it. As we unravel these stories, we're reminded of the complexities of history and the myriad factors that shape our world. The assassinations of these presidents were not just isolated incidents, but pivotal moments that altered the course of American history. They serve as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities of leadership and the ever-present threats to those who hold power. Thank you for joining us on this journey through America's presidential assassinations. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember that history is often more complex and mysterious than it appears. Until next time, this is American Facts 101. Signing off,